Hi, welcome to PG69's channel. This is going to be a review of the Ruger Mini 14 and Mini 30. For those of you who don't know, these are basically the same gun, just this is the Mini 14, it's in 223, this is the Mini 30, and it is in 7.62 by 39. They both take proprietary mags, which really hurts these guns in my opinion. And at one point they were probably viable options when they were under $400. Now these guns go $400 to $800 depending on what's going on. And in that range you can get better guns. Okay, this gun is $500. It kicks the living shit out of this gun. Now that we got that out of the way, you guys should probably know why my opinion is so low of the Mini 14 and Mini 30. First off, they are based off of the Garand action. Cool, sweet. Are they M1 Garands? No, they're not. No fucking way. Not even close. These guns pretty much wear out after, I don't know, somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 rounds. Okay, you're gonna say, well, yeah, most guns will. No, they won't. Everyone likes to talk about it, but the fact of the matter is, this AK or any of the ARs I've shown will still be shooting at like 50,000 rounds. Their barrels will be worn out and they won't be accurate, but they'll still fucking shoot. These won't shoot. They'll rattle themselves apart way before then. They just aren't quality in my opinion. Especially compared to that M1 Garand. And kind of back to the reason why I don't think they're very quality is because I say, well, I've never seen Mini 14s on your channel, PG69. How do you know anything about them? I grew up shooting them. Okay, my grandfather was the Mini 14 master. He just thinks they're like the best guns in the world, and I'm here to tell you they suck. He thinks they're awesome because he never shoots his guns. Okay? And growing up with him constantly saying how good the Mini 14 is and how the AR and AK are shit has colored my opinion of them. I will never own one. Now, you're going to say, why do you own these two? I don't. I traded for these and I'm going to sell them and get something else. But I'm taking this opportunity to do a video. Well, I have two primo examples of the Mini 14 here. I have the the Mini 30 that looks just like they come in the factory, pretty much with a flash hider. Then we have the Mini 14 with its little customized stock and mag and all that shit. Do they shoot? Yeah, they usually tend to work. To some extent. You can have all sorts of problems with Mini 14s, though. All the same problems you can have with an M1. Except they're harder to diagnose and harder to fix than on the M1. Mainly because Ruger does a lot of shit proprietary on the Mini 14. Okay? If you put one of these guns in a polymer stock, I would definitely function test the shit out of it. Because it's probably going to jam. I don't know what it is. I'm talking about these stocks here. You're going to have to fiddle with it and tweak it and make sure it's working. Anyway, the magazines, the good magazines for these guns are expensive. The Ruger factory Mini 14 mags are like 40 or 50 bucks a pop compared to AR mags at $12 a pop. Same goes for the Mini 30s, except I don't think they even make factory high cap mags for the Mini 30. Basically, these are plinking rifles. They're for going to the range and having fun. They are not for serious use, and that's why I don't like them. So I want a gun that I can go to the range and have fun with and do whatever, that is also a serious, game time rifle that I can do anything I want to with. These guns are not it. Okay, I would not recommend you buy them simply because of that. One of the big problems that a lot of people complain about with the Mini 14 is accuracy. I think this is kind of like that whole AR-AK accuracy thing. ARs are less accurate than everyone says, and AKs are more accurate than everyone says. From what I've seen, these ARs, AKs, generally all shoot about the same. Okay? Now, could you make the AK less accurate? Yeah, if you get a crappy one, it's going to be way less accurate. I had a Hungarian build at some point, 2009 I think, that I took 30 shots at a pop bottle at 20 yards and couldn't hit the damn thing. Took one shot with an AR and hit it. So, yeah, the AR can be more accurate. At the same time, you know, if it's a stock good AK and a stock good AR, they're about the same. I would say this is in the ballpark, and that ballpark is 2 to 4 MOA. Which, by the way, is the same thing that gun shoots. Most fighting rifles tend to shoot about 2 to 4 MOA. It's just the way it is. Now, at one point I had a government barrel version of these, which is better. Not much, but it is a little better. And that thing, you could hit golf balls at 25 yards with. That's pretty damn accurate. We even plinked one all the way out to 50. It just wasn't consistent. Mainly because it's such a small fucking target. Anyway. So I think the accuracy thing is kind of bogus in my opinion. Accessories. AKs and ARs just beat the shit out of this gun for accessories. There's 20 times the number of accessories for the AR and the AK than there are the Mini 14. Basically, the Mini 14 has no good stocks made for it except for the factory one. That one you see on the bottom is trash in my opinion. As is the TACCO stock, as is the ATI stock, as is pretty much any other stock you want to name. Okay. I think Hogue makes a Mini 14 stock that's just like a standard rifle stock. That would be the one I would buy and use if I was going to make a tactical Mini 14. Hogue makes decent products. Not always the best, but they always seem to be pretty good and they work. Optics-wise, these guns kind of suck for mountain optics, especially compared to the AR. AK, I'd say they're in the same ballpark, because AK sucks to put optics on too. Except in recent years, there have actually been products developed for the AK that help you mount optics. That's really about all I have to say about these. Maybe a few other things I'm forgetting. Oh, they aren't 5.56 chambered guns, which if you buy into all the 2.23 versus 5.56 bullshit, you wouldn't like because you can't shoot 5.56 in them. Personally, I've shot 5.56 out of lots of 2.23 chambered guns. Doesn't really make a difference. Yeah. Oh, the modern ones have threaded barrels and different front sights, and they look a lot better. I haven't taken a look at any of the latest iterations of the Mini 14. My experience has been with these models. They may have gotten better, but I highly doubt it. Okay, and even if they did, they're priced right now at the same price that cheap ARs are priced at. You know what that means? That means you can still get an AK cheaper. Okay? So why would you buy one? Basically, there's no upside to these guns whatsoever, and there's lots of downsides. So just stay away from them. If someone offers you one cheap enough, let's say under 400 bucks, or right at 400 bucks, yeah, go ahead and buy it. It's a decent rifle for that amount of money. But don't think it's like something that you can count on your life or whatever for. And don't think it's like an end-of-the-world gun, because it's not. Thanks for watching. Be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe and do all the rest of that. That's going to trip somebody up because I did that way after I said thumbs up. And they're going to be like, my audio's off. That'd be awesome. Anyway. And just don't buy a fucking Mini 14. I mean, I've made several of these videos here lately where I'm just telling you don't buy shit. But I think these are very, very helpful in the gun community, especially the Derringer one and this one, because they're really tempting guns that really, really suck, and you're gonna regret buying them later. Go buy an AK and a Glock and just be happy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget to thumbs up the video.